Good evening, viewers. It is Friday. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. Bad Leroy Brown, bass singer cover by Geoff Castellucci, originally by Jim Croce. Croce? I'm not familiar with Jim, and I don't think I've heard this song, but it sounds like one of those tunes that's from a long time ago. By the way, this is a special request by V. Doyne. Thank you so much for the coffee. So this song just came out a few hours ago, and as I understand it, it was filmed just by Jeff, his wife Kathy, and their son, who's training to help out in the family business. So here we go. I'll do some research at the end about the history and stuff like that, but yeah, we're gonna get right into it. I'll have a playlist at the end of my other Geoff Castellucci reactions, and if you guys have interesting requests you'd like to have me watch, please go to my coffee page or Patreon. It helps out a lot. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on, and let's go.
Well, the south side of Chicago is the baddest part of town. And if you go down there, you better just be aware of a man named Leroy Brown. Yeah. Now Leroy more than trouble. You see, he stand about 6'4", and all the downtown ladies call him treetop lover. All the men just call him sir. And he likes his fancy clothes, and he likes to wave his diamond rings in front of everybody's nose. That's right. He got a custom Continental, he got an Eldorado too. He got a 32 gun in his pocket for fun. He got a razor in his shirt, and it's that bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong, but meaner than a junkyard dog. Yeah. Well, the Friday bout a week.
Meaner than a junkyard dog.
Dog, yeah. Well, the Friday bout a week ago, Leroy shooting dice, and at the edge of the bar sat a girl named Doris, and knew that girl looked nice. Oh, well, he cast his eyes upon her, and the trouble soon began. And Leroy Brown, he learned a lesson about messing with the wife of a jealous man. Whoa, it is bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong, but meaner than a junkyard dog. But he's bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, the two men got to fighting, but when they pulled them from the floor, Leroy Brown looked like a jigsaw puzzle with a couple of pieces gone. And it's bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. Yeah, he's bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Yeah, better than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog.
What? What? I got stuck. What was that final part though? Did he got beat by the husband, by the jealous husband of the girl he was flirting with, right? Is that how I kind of missed that last part though.
When they pulled them from the floor, Leroy Brown looked like a jigsaw puzzle with a couple of pieces gone.
Leroy Brown looked like a jigsaw puzzle with a couple of pieces gone. So he got wrecked. Is that what I'm getting? All right, let's.
Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. Yeah, he's bad. Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town.
Forget what that instrument's called.
King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Yeah, better than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog.
I'm hearing a lot of like folk sounding instruments. There's, I think, a percussion box. There is probably a tambourine. There is this like I think in Spanish we call it raspa. It's like you scrape it and it's like and the I'm describing this in such a primitive way, but I don't know what they're called. I forget. Castañuelas, they call them in Spanish as well. You hear them a lot from Spain. Okay, let's finish off the video and then I'll give you my full analysis. I think we're going into the Patreon part here.
Well, Friday about a week ago, Leroy shooting died. And at the edge of the bar sat a girl named Doris. Ooh, that girl looked nice. Isn't that funny that her name is Doris?
Yeah.
That's funny. Hey y'all, Geoff here. Thanks for watching and subscribing. You're the best.
Doris.
If you'd like to join the names scrolling across your screen, get
Never
early
met a
access to
Doris.
new music and videos, hang out in a video chat with me, merch drops, and much, much more. Head on over to Patreon and sign up today. You can even sign up for free.
Behind the
Special thanks
scenes.
goes out to Halder Draco, Blue Raven, Carl and Melanie Thomas, Jazzy UK, Debs Badger, Diane Holland, Jordy S., Juliana Livingston, Lori Templeman, Maria Almeida, Patricia Schumann, Rev Jesse, Sarah O., Sylvie, Tama Krempley, and Asa M. Brun Lagnerstall. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Guitar going on there. Steel lap guitar. You know, you think the video is generally speaking simple, and then you look at behind the scenes like they're showing there at the end, and you get to see, you know, all the cameras, the lighting, the whole setup, and you know, with that comes like so many cables and like things to pack up the machinery and just like a bunch of clutter. It reminds me of when I used to work as an extra actor, and I would get to see, you know, the whole setup, and it was like hours and hours of just getting everything ready, and then you would actually be on screen. You know, they'll be filming for just a couple of hours. The rest is just like, okay, how do we organize everything around? And all this for a 3 to 4 minute video. That's what you have to do to make something like this happen. First things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. So bad Leroy Brown, the baddest guy in town, right? Badder than King Kong and a junkyard dog and all this. And the way they're describing it, you know, now it sounds goofy, right? For today's society. But back then, you know, that's how people used to talk, and it was a different society. And also it's not meant to be like that serious. It's one of those tales. It's like, oh, you know, this from back then, and maybe it's something that they would have taught the kids at like school, you know, one of those tunes in like music class. I remember when I was in elementary school, the song that stands out to me is the one that goes when the dog bites, and it's because I got bitten by a dog this weekend, and I had to get a tetanus shot. And it goes, when the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. I remember that song. Maybe this this one they were teaching back then. I don't know. Okay, so we have the multiverse of the Geoffs here. Yeah, it's a very like old school sounding tune, and again, especially because of the instrumentation they used, where like normally even in songs back then you would hear maybe the guitar stand out or the piano, but here is like even older, so it's just like these folky, like I don't want to say hillbilly, but yeah, just maybe like folky sounding instruments. And I wonder where this originated. I think he did say the name of the place at the beginning. Did he say Mississippi? Hold on, let's actually go back before I look into it.
Is the baddest part.
Or like Missouri?
Well, the south side of Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. No, okay, not even close. All right. Let's see what year this came out, and let's look at the history. By Jim Croce. Released. First release date. Oh, wow. Actually, 1973. That blows my mind. Why does that sound so ancient? The track was the lead single from his fourth studio album, Life and Times, and went on to become one of his signature hits, reaching #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Huh. This threw me for a loop. All right. Well, basically, we get the gist of the story from the actual song, but let's see what it tells us about the meaning. So, I will now read. This is a classic story song, okay, about a cocky, intimidating street bully whose hubris leads to his ultimate defeat. The lyrics describe a tough man who throws his weight around but gets severely beaten up after he tries to pick up a fight over a married woman. Yeah, they said he was like 6'4", intimidating, like all the men used to call him like sir, you know. And you know, it's one of those, it's a troublemaker. Yeah, it's a bully. You see them, you see how they grow up. They start as bullies in high school, and then they become men, and they, you know, they get even worse. But there's always somebody worse, and or maybe just you mess with the wrong person at the wrong time, and that's what happened here. So Leroy Brown is the baddest man in the whole damn town, who believes he is completely untouchable. He crosses a line by making advances towards a woman named Doris, not realizing she's married to a jealous man. I wonder why Geoff found Doris to be like an interesting name. Is it just because it kind of is, or is there a connection to Geoff and his life, I wonder? The jealous husband attacks Leroy, brutally beating him until he looks like a jigsaw puzzle with a couple of pieces gone. Oh, okay. No matter how tough or arrogant someone is, there will always be someone tougher ready to set them straight. Exactly, that's the moral of the story. The real life inspiration, though, the army friend. Croce wrote the song based on a real life Leroy Brown he met while serving at the National Guard. This real Leroy was a tough, street smart guy from Chicago who went AWOL, but returned to base just to pick up his paycheck. Croce recalled that Leroy was just so cool and inspired the larger-than-life character in the song. That's always awesome when, you know, stories are based, even if loosely, on real people that they have encountered, right? And that they just become part of this lore. A lot of Beatles songs just come to mind with like stories of people that they met throughout their life, and then they just included the like Eleanor Rigby or the man with the yellow submarine and stuff like that. It's just like, man, that's awesome. I wonder if the guy knows that he inspired the song, right? And how his life ended up. And then from this, you could also stretch it into like a film or a series and something like that. And it really starts from like a small idea and just like the basic concept before they blow it into like, you know, a whole production. But yeah, I'm surprised that this came out in 1973. Huh. So I'm guessing that, Jim's music is more like southern country, kind of folky in this manner for 1970s. Man, okay. And I get that, this version of Geoff, it's a cappella. It's probably maybe more reduced, a little bit more minimal. So I should probably check out the original at some point, and learn more about Jim. In fact, let me just look him up. So James Joseph Croce was an American folk and rock singer-songwriter. Between 1966 and 1973, he released 5 studio albums and numerous singles. During this period, Croce took a series of odd jobs to pay bills while he continued to write, record, and perform concerts. Okay. Oh, wow. What? Passed away in 1973. Same year he wrote this song at only 30 years old. Wow. Talk about gone too soon. Man, and look at him. He was 30? Why do people back then they just look so much older? Life was tougher for sure, but it's like he did a lot with his 30 years of age, right? More than most people do in a whole lifetime. I'm 31 and I'm like, what have I've been reacting. All right. Well, great song, great cover, of course, and he does it so naturally. Like, if you hadn't heard the original, like myself, this sounds like the version, right? Because I have nothing to base it off. It just sounds so like fitting, like it's meant to be this way. Man, Geoff is something else. His voice is a gift, I tell you. All right. Thank you guys for watching. If you have suggestions, please comment, subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.